Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the recap and review of NCIS Season 10 Episode 18, Seek. This episode was different than what I expected it to be, but I really enjoyed it and I cannot wait to explain to you guys why. So the episode starts off with a man and his dog in war, and this episode is not even 2 minutes in and I'm already so emotionally attached to this couple I have never even met before. I am so in love with this man and his dog, and I couldn't even watch when he got shot because he had just saved a young kid from being blown up. Like, this man is beautiful and perfect, and then he gets a shot and his dog just stays by his side. Like, what a loyal dog. Oh, just get to the theme song. Alright, then we go to NCIS and we see Vance is nanny hunting, searching for a person to look after his children. And this whole storyline was not what I expected. I had originally thought I'd be more into the nanny search than I would be the case, but it turned out being the other way around. I felt more involved in the case than I did with Vance's storyline. But we get some nice movie references from Dinozo and some nice input from Ziva, and that is that. So this man's wife comes in, and this lady is perfect. Can we please get her back? I don't care what it's for, as long as it's not for her funeral. I want her back. I love everything she did. Her character is fantastic. Her actress is fantastic. I just need more of her. So this woman comes in and tells the team that she was told that her husband was killed by an enemy sniper. But she shows them this video that he sent her, and he admits that he did some things that may anger some people. And so she has reason to believe that that might have been why he was killed. We get a scene with Abby that we saw before in the sneak peek. Nothing really new. Virgil, who Ted was with when he died, Ted was the man who died, by the way, I forgot to mention his name. He was with him when he was shot, and he admits that they had been missing some ammo. Also, he had never seen the sniper, he had only heard the sniper. Pics or it didn't happen. Oh god. Then we get another scene with the wife and Dex. I really should know her name. I can't keep referring to her as the wife. What is her name? She had a name. She definitely had a name. I don't know what her name is. I'm gonna be so angry when I look at this. Just keep an eye on the top line of my description. It'll be there. Yeah, so we get another scene with her, and it's so perfect. And it makes, oh, whenever she's in a scene with Dex, especially, it makes my heart melt. I become a puddle on the floor, and her husband was apparently a nice, loving guy, which makes sense because she's a nice, loving gal with a nice, loving dog, and they were just a nice, loving family that would have had nice, loving babies. And McGee and Tony have a very fun scene with a dog, 2 Doberman to be exact, who chase them into a car, and McGee locks them out, so Tony has to go through the sunroof, and I died. That scene was so funny. I laughed like a maniac. And we'd actually seen a sneak preview of that scene a little bit ago when Michael Weatherly had announced he was directing, and I love it. Just putting that out there. McGee, Dinozo, and dogs are just comedic gold. Just perfection. This one nanny that Vance interviews gets on my nerves because even in such a technologically advanced age with social media everywhere, I still don't see how this woman could be so naive and so unprofessional to just pick up her phone and be like, I gotta tweet about this. Like, are you 11? What? Why would you do such a thing, lady? The widow brings in a necklace, which looks expensive, and she also brings the dog, which Ziva has a little moment with, and McGee looks totally disgusted and petrified, while Dinozo looks on kind of lovingly, kind of curious, open-minded, and I'll get back to that one. Ziva brings it down to Abby, and it turns out everything in the necklace is real. yay, they can now send it away in one of the tiny packages and get some money if it's not stolen in the mail. Gibbs brings the lady and her puppy dog home, and turns out there's an intruder, but Dex catches him and saves the day. He even gets a little piece of his sleeve before he hops out the window, and Gibbs and the dog have a moment. He's like, good boy. Oh, Gibbs and the dog this episode, don't even get me started. I love them. Can Gibbs please get a dog? Can Gibbs please get a replica of Dex, is what I mean by this. Turns out the necklace is very important and very expensive, and that's important. So what happens next? Gibbs decides to take McGee and Dex to Afghanistan. Adventure. Gibbs and Dex share a sandwich, which... Can he please get a dog? Can he please get another version of Dex? That, his connection with animals, which I did not really know he had, is beautiful. Also, we have official confirmation that Ziva is tracking Bodner, for the love of God, what is this man's name? We have official confirmation that Ziva is tracking down the man that killed her father, and she has pictures of him, and she's officially on the hunt. No further questioning. Also, Vance comes up behind her, and they have a deep little conversation, and he seems to understand something's going on, but they don't really discuss it. Ziva gives him some nice advice about, you know, take your time to mourn, which she should take herself. Missy? Anyway, Abby finds a hair from a Doberman, and they find out the guy who was the guy's annoying little nephew is involved. Yeah. But then it turns out the real criminal here is a man who was with Ted. He was the one who shot him, and he's about to shoot Gibbs. They have this whole confrontation going on, and then Dex comes out and saves the day and takes the bullet, and when Dex almost dies, so do I. Oh, my heart almost shattered. And then Gibbs goes to save the dog, and it's just, oh. Also, Vance has a little final thing with this nanny, and I think I like the nanny. She's a little harsh. She's very upfront. I like her, I think, as long as she does not become a romantic interest, so help me God. But as long as she stays as a nanny, takes good care of the children, and is not evil, I like her. So then, Ted's funeral, and the wife is there crying, and the wife is perfect. And Gibbs brings a medal for the dog, which I had wanted and didn't think would actually happen, but it does! He gets the medal. And then Gibbs brings the dog, and then he gets to be with his owner forever because now he's retired because he got shot and lived, and he's a true hero. And I can't with the wife, and I can't with the dog, and I can't with this team. And what makes it even worse is that Tony and Ziva walk away like a married couple, and I am done. Seriously though, at the end, he talks about how he's been thinking about getting a dog, but sir, you just got chased by 2 Doberman. I don't think you'd be getting a dog unless perhaps you were trying to impress a woman who liked dogs, such as Ziva. I think this is very along the lines with the children thing, how he's getting used to things for her and accepting things for her, which the only way DiNozzo has not said I love you is actually saying it aloud. I loved this episode so much. I thought it was so beautifully done, and the case was perfect, and the scenes with Ziva and Vance were perfect, and everything, down to the dog, was absolutely incredible. Definitely one of my favorites. I loved it so much. Yeah, I love it. Squall is tomorrow, my friends. I cannot wait because after Squall is Chasing Ghosts, and if you're not pumped, get pumped because it's going to be fantastic. So I will leave you all with that. I will see you for the spoilers and theories for Squall, and that is all, ladies and gentlemen.